You know that one famous tradition in our democracy is to talk about 100 days in office. Now, in 100 days from the point of your inauguration as swearing in as governor, what are those quick wins that you can point to, that you expect to point to, so that when we say, oh, it's been 100 days since Governor Soludo assumed office, this is what he has been able to do. And secondly, how much of a distraction for now is that cat fight that upstaged your assumption of office, your swearing-in ceremony, the cat fight between Osodieme, the wife of the...
Which one?
Osodieme.
Which one?
The fight between Ojukwu, Obiano, and Bianca, Ojukwu. I consider it a cat fight. Must be some kind of distraction to you. Those two issues.
Oh, thank you very much. You know, I was, when you were talking about the cat fight, I got laughing and then reminded me of the several videos that I have seen following that, including those, I think it was an Arise. I was looking at it, I saw that on my TV in the office yesterday or so, you know, with people from Port Harcourt having their morning exercise and rehearsing on their, practicing on their slapping it. For me, it's just the comic relief part of it. It's just the comedy that has emerged from it all that I have enjoyed. Actually, that's no distraction whatsoever. I think it was meant to be, and it has added, I'm sure, maybe sometime to come, there will even be some maybe movies or comedies out of from what I have seen, and even a song that has emerged out of that. So absolutely no distraction whatsoever. As you saw, I didn't even notice much of what happened. I think it happened while I was trying to go to sign the oath of office and oath of allegiance. I mean, it was just like 1 second thing. There was something there. I just turned again and continued signing my thing, and I haven't had 1 minute again discussing it, other than the comic reliefs, you see on posted. Other than that, absolutely nothing. We're intensely focused on what we must deliver to our people, working every day, Monday through, from that day I left office, probably put in more than 9 hours on that day of swearing in. And same day at Oboko, we were there first thing in the morning till night. Saturday I was in meetings till from morning till 6:30 to 7 p.m. Sunday after church service, we were at the prisons, to see the inmates and the inspectors and see how we improve their living conditions, as it were. Yesterday, I was in the office morning till night, and then here again, I'm up. After this interview, I'm in the office. Out there, absolutely no distraction. There's work to be done. It's work, 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 and that's why the people employed me as their chief servant. And I'm here to serve. I'm here to work, and absolutely to entertain any distraction. That's not part of bargain. Second, you asked about 100 days in office. This is, okay, you said this is the usual, but this is not a government of the usual. To be honest with you, I don't think in terms of the days. Yes, we have deliverables and timelines, but I'm not counting them in terms of so day, that day, what day, and so on. What I'd rather want you to look at, and my focus is, I know I have 4 years to do this job. And actually, I think it's about 3 years and 8 months to take decisions, as it were. The last 4 months is transition. I don't expect lame duck session. 3 years and 8 months, that's what effectively. And I'm not going to miss any 1 minute. So whether it is the 10th day, it is the 1st day, it is the 100th day, it is 200 days or whatever, but my own sense of milestones I think in terms of the first year, by the 17th of March next year, where would we be? What would we be able to say? The next 6 months, where would we be? But 150, 200 or whatever. But we're putting quite a whole lot. And you wait on the 100th day, you will be the one to tell me what has happened and what hasn't happened. But for me, I'm just plowing. This week, the list of the commissioners will get to the House, and hopefully in the next 2 days, they will read the list. And then we'll get to work, you know. And once they give me, approve the commissioners, we'll hit the road. But even in between that, before that happens, we're already firing on many cylinders at a time. At the 100th day, you will be the one to tell us what is it that has been done. Maybe George can come back and go to see, go to a book and see what has begun. Have we ever done anything? And if we have done anything, what is the outcome? And so on and so forth. So don't let me tell you, stay here and list out to you, by the 100th day you will see X, Y, Z. But how do they put it? There is a name of a church I saw in Congo. It's Viens et voir. It's come and see.
Let me ask you this, Your Excellency. What did you meet on ground when you assumed the position of governor? What was the level of challenge you met on ground?
The level of challenge we met on ground in terms of?
In terms of the debt of infrastructure,
Hello?
In terms of funds available, in terms of
Hello?
everything. What did you meet on ground?
Okay. No, thank you very much. I think let me go by, in terms of the sequence. The first is the security issue and the discussions. The discussions are ongoing. As I announced, even on my inaugural speech, my first meeting after the swearing in, immediately after I signed that, I went into my office right away. And the next, few minutes after that, I started the Security Council meeting of the state, which I scheduled to last for 2 hours, but it ended up lasting more than 3 hours, as the case may be. So I am fully debriefed. The conversations are going on. And I think, I believe strongly that we'll get it cracked. It's probably not going to happen one day, but we're going to crack it. The sit-at-home thing will definitely end. And we're working, having conversations with all the stakeholders, IPOB, everybody else, who are trying to engage everybody. It's the people's power that will prevail at the end of the day. It is the people's power that will prevail at the end of the day. Like I said, the poor, innocent artisans, the keke driver, the bus driver, the woman selling pepper, the vulcanizer, the one that, the masons who depend on daily toil and sweat to eat, they are the ones who are suffering. They're the poor people. For the elite, they can afford to have, a holiday on Monday and watch TV and watch Arise on their DSTV and so on. But what about these guys who don't even have electricity, who don't have anything, who depend on going out there to rough it out? The traders, the people who do what we call Ebo Safia, they don't have any shop, but they're just loitering around. If you need anything, they run, go and get it somewhere for you, and that's how they eat. If you stop them from going out, they starve for the day. Who is the loser? And then people who would have come to shop in Anambra start going out on Mondays, they go elsewhere. Who is the loser? You're just impoverishing the same people every day. And everybody is a loser. And I know that that will definitely stop, and we're working hard at that. So the short answer to your question, I don't need to tell you any further details than this, is that we're having very serious conversation around that. Like I said, we're determined to restore law and order to this state, because without it, nothing else happens. And
what did you
the
meet
other
on
question
ground?
is about what we met the state. Well, what we met on ground, actually, there is what I can only tell you is as follows. First, is that in terms of finances, there is an audited account, which is public document. Okay? It's public document. Anybody can access that. The audited account of Anambra State as at 31st December 2021. That's already published. It's a public document. Anybody can access it. You can get it. You see our assets, liabilities, and so on. And then, of course, as at the last date, what you then have to do is between the audited account as at the end of the year and as at the day of handover, you know, if there were further liabilities and all of that. But in terms of the audited account, certified and published already, yeah, everybody knows that the state finances are not quite robust, to put it mildly. The debt is probably in the range of 100 and something billion in terms of debt. And then cash, you know, in terms of what I saw at the end of it, a few 100 million or so. That's what the state has. I mean, that's the base. But we're still going to have the reconciliations and have all the accounts from January to the date that we take over and we put out. And I think it's best practice, actually. When you ask this question, we intend to have a very transparent public finance management where we're going to publish everything. Everybody will know what is there, what is not there, what penny comes in, what it is used for. And that is our aspiration. That's part of our promise in our manifesto, to have a very transparent public finance management. And part of it, like I said, is the audited account, which is a public document. You can look into that. And everybody can get a copy of that and see that. The debt, the liability, the asset thing, and so on, and the cash that we met. I think, if I remember correctly, the cash in the various banks, 200-300 million or thereabout. And then, about 300 or 400 million naira. And then the audited account as at December put the debt at about 109 or thereabout billion. That's what I saw. So, but we'll take from there. For me, that's baseline. When we do the other contingent liabilities, contractor debts, and the other bits, we'll pull up all those. It's not what happened. For us, is to draw the line and then move on. That's it. That's the baseline. That's where we met, as it were. And
well,
we'll
Governor
get on
Soludo,
to now see where we get resources.